So Elliot Wilson reacts to Drake's Bobby Athloff interview, commenting on how artists like Kendrick Lamar, let's go to it, J.Cole are no longer doing genuine, authentic interviews. Now, everybody's talking about how we don't like, well, a lot of us don't care, but we find it a bit strange that Drake decided the first time he's gonna talk about something, he goes and sits down with Bobby Athloff. To me, I think that, and people were like all up in my shit saying, what's her name? Say her name the right way. I don't give a fuck. Oh my God. I'm gonna keep saying Bobby Athloff, Altoff, Coffee Toff. Nigga, I don't give a shit. I'm gonna say her name the way I wanna say it. All right? Because I don't care.
We don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
All right. Again, people were talking about how Bobby Athloff was like, basically, her thing with Drake is a bad move because Drake is gonna, Drake basically alienated himself for good from hip hop. They say all the way off. I don't give a shit. He basically alienated himself from hip hop discussions for good because interviewers, these platforms, I'm not gonna lie, the first time he decides to jump on one of these platforms, they're not gonna deny him because they already know it'll be a really big interview. They not even gonna deny. They said Bobby Affleck. They're not even gonna deny him because they know it's gonna be a big interview. So I still think that somebody is gonna take that interview if he decides to come back, right? But let's listen to Elliot Wilson and how he feels about the fact that he thinks these artists, including Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, are no longer doing genuine, authentic interviews.
I didn't like the first Bobby Athloff thing that happened once I saw that. And I said that I made comments publicly about that, and then followed by that was him and Lil Yachty. And I said I didn't like these interviews. It seemed like he's going to talk around things and not talk to the culture. Meanwhile, he did a historic interview with Rap Radar, me and B-Dot, and then he's been promising the Joe Buddens, the Norries, Drink Champs, and the $1 million worth of game people that he's going to do a real sit down with y'all. And he never does it. I didn't like the optics of it the first time. This girl came out of nowhere. Who the fuck is Bobby Athloff? Why is she getting a Drake interview? So I pretty much said my version of that. This guy had a show in Toronto, I think, or one of the shows. He brought J.Cole out. They did their Kumbaya. You're great, I'm great.
They're so
first person shooter. You're the best ever.
Hey. So, with people questioning why would he do this interview, I think honestly he wanted to do this interview because he knows that's the audience he wants to capture. Think of the people that are watching. Who is watching Bobby Affleck and saying that, you know, oh, this is an amazing interview. I learned so much about hip hop. I learned so much about Drake and his music. Nobody is watching that shit for music. They're watching it for them to get a chance to see Drake and Bobby Affleck talk to each other. That's all they doing. They watching them too because they want to see them interact and do stupid shit. Nobody's watching Bobby Affleck for information. They're watching Bobby Affleck because she gonna sit there and do stupid shit and say stupid shit. Like it's gonna be all this sarcasm, all this like dry humor. That's what they're trying to do. They're on this for laughs. This has nothing to do with music. It has nothing to do with what he's been going through. This is a way to distract everybody, to make them forget about the music and forget that beef even happened. That's all it is. And it's a comfortable space for him. Pink Starburst with the bits on Twitch said that Bobby girl is not going to ask him difficult or uncomfortable questions. Not the beef, not his lawsuit, his mind state, nothing. That's why he chose her. Facts. It's because he's going to be able to go on there. Not only is he going to be able to go on there and not answer questions, but he'll be able to kind of dictate the interview. It's almost like he's interviewing himself. Let's talk about all the good things. Let's make people laugh. Let's be sarcastic. Like, that's all it's going to be. Every time y'all put a new name in here for her, that's what I'm going to keep saying. So yes, Bobby Altoids is going to do exactly this. She's going to just ask him dumbass questions and people are going to sit there and laugh. And guess who the audience that's going to love this shit? The same people who watch these fucking streams all fucking day and watch Drake do dumb shit. And the same people that are on Twitter all day saying, my GOAT, and have OVO in their handles. Those are the people that are going to watch this because they want to get to know the boy. The same people that watch this shit and say, what do y'all play when things are around? Those are the people that watch this, dog. All right? So Bobby Altoids, that's what she going to do. Ariel Smoke said, Elliot and Mr. Still a...
Hey, bro, come on now, dog.
All right. All right. They said Bobby Aristocrat has a long ass torso. All right. The name that we going on now is Bobby Aristocrat.
As soon as
Bro, hold on. I gotta acknowledge these names. I said Bobby the Builder. Bobby Atari. Bobby Sheetrock. The repeated Aflacs are killing me, not Altoids too. Bobby Allstate. What the? Yo. Oh my gosh, bro. He said, is he doing it with Bobby because she was at the Not Like Us video shoot? Maybe. Maybe. He figures he needs to get her on his side. This is the audience that Drake is chasing, y'all. Drake don't give a fuck about the hip-hop audience right now. He chasing this audience. In his mind, the hip-hop audience already knows him. This is a different audience. This is what he wants. So, hey, they said Bobby the Colonizer, Bobby Alamo, Bobby Ultima.
Somebody, oh,
He needs some milk.
Bobby Allstate is in good hands. Yo, listen, man. There was in my last video, I kept saying Bobby Atloff. Like, y'all think I give a fuck about pronouncing her name right? Y'all think I give a shit? I said Bobby Longneck. Yo, see, now y'all doing too much. Y'all doing a lot. Bobby Ultimate is hilarious.
Drake gets off stage, he starts terrorizing me and texting me frantically. He's talking shit. He wants to beat me up. He wants me beaten up immediately. I can't go to the New York show a couple days later. They think I'm still in New York. And yeah, he wasn't happy with it. So then I tried to go back and clean it up and say, hey, it's just not, I'm me selfishly being mad that I didn't get an interview. I just don't think it's cool like people not speaking to people outside our culture, speak to people in our culture. I would like to see more of a balance of that. So this Bobby thing comes out, and let's remember also what happened. It was popular. I never watched the full thing. I'm sure Jeremy watched it.
I watched it. I thought it was funny.
Some people told me, like Rory, it was entertaining.
Yeah.
Had some humor to it. Obviously,
picture is hilarious.
What they're going for here. This whole thing. Who is she? And why is she back? Who is she? It came out of nowhere. You talk about an industry plan. Oh, and that's me saying, like, you know, Bobby, that's my dear friend. Little Yachty, that's my dear friend. That's what the whole shit kept saying to me. Okay.
I think she came back out of nowhere, but well, he came back to her. Because remember, she did that fake retirement, act like she wasn't gonna come back and do nothing else. She was just gonna like disappear and retire the show. And all of a sudden she's doing the shit again. I think basically he saw that and he felt like this was an opportunity for me to like tap into that side. Everybody already knows who Drake is in hip hop. Everybody already knows what's up, what he did. So I think people are looking at it like Drake already did what he did. People in hip hop already feel some type of way about him. They already feel some type of way. It's either you hate the nigga or you like the nigga, or you feel like, yo, he's suing, I ain't fucking with him at all. You already feel some type of way. I think he's realized that you can't come back and convince anybody otherwise. So in his mind, it's like, okay, now that I can't do that, everybody on that side, everybody who watches these hip hop spaces, I don't want to talk about the beef. I don't want to talk about how I lost. I want to go be funny. I want to go show people my personality. I want to say things to make people laugh, but I want to do it on this side with these people because I don't know how they feel. That's what I think Drake is doing. I don't know how they feel. I want to go there and do that. So let me go back and apologize to her for whatever happened between us, and let's try to do this again. And this is why the show is revamped and is coming back. That's what I think it is. Talia said, I mean, he could always just make music. Yeah, but he been trying that shit. He been trying it. The shit ain't working.
Okay, so Drake pulled the interview off YouTube. He took the shit down. It got millions of views, and Drake fucking punted that shit and took it off the internet. And then we heard rumors Drake and Bobby had some sort of misunderstanding or falling out, and that interview got scrubbed off the fucking internet. There's only bootlegs of it on the internet, as far as I know, right? So that was rooted in controversy. So now, she fake retires, and now she's back with another Drake interview, and it's just like, again, and we also feel like Drake now is playing the hand of these people outside of this thing, sitting with the Aiden Rosses and all these other people, and I get it. It's part of the stake thing and gambling and kicks and whatever the fuck business deals he has.
They said he wants to go be a white man. Yo. Listen, I think Drake, if you really watch Drake and what he doing, I think Drake understands that the voice that he uses with Bobby Athloff, which is like, y'all know Drake got a bunch of different voices. The voice Drake uses with Bobby, I think he understands he wants to stay in that pocket. He gonna stay in that pocket for a while. Y'all gonna hear the interviews that he does. He gonna stay in that voice. He got different voices. This thing got a hip hop. He got a hip hop platform voice. He got a streaming voice. He got a Bobby. What's the latest one? Greyhound. He got a Bobby Greyhound voice. He got all types of shit. Like, he changes his voice for every situation. And if you pay close attention, you'll notice that. I'm pretty sure everybody has at this point.
He ain't sit with no Negroes. He ain't sit with no hip hop people. He pumped fake Casanat that he was going to do a stream and pick these 17 contest winners of the fucking 19 contest winners of the video contest. And now he just throws it out here out of nowhere, you know, with no stream with Casanat, and just throws it out now the same week, ironically. And then he wants to kick Rob Marcus back in because everybody's making fun that you're not talking to people outside the culture. So it all fucking connects. And no, I don't like the shit. And it's dumb. It's stupid.
You want to know why it shouldn't bother you?
Because it's entertainment. And I don't expect people at this point, and I said it before, I don't expect, especially even Drake, Kendrick, or Cole, to do a real sit down with someone and really dissect their feelings of the last 2 years and tell their truth. I don't think there's value to them for that. Like that. Somebody, even academics made a point about that. It's like, do we get to the point where it's Vlad and we're paying for interviews? Because that is a lot of value, right? A Drake interview, a real interview, is worth what, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
No.
Yo, Pink Star, that's a very good point. I'm sure everybody can relate to this because I think everybody knows people like this. Says Aubrey does the equivalent of people who throw on a black scent around us and us only, like all the black people talk alike. I think everybody kind of got, there's people that have like a corporate voice. There's people that have like the way you talk around amongst your homies and shit is not how you talk in the corporate world, right? You got to make sure you're a little bit more professional, whatever that may mean to some people. But there's ways for you to maintain who you are and just be professional in a professional setting. I think people get that mixed up and think like they got to go to corporate world and talk like the people they see in the corporate world. You can still be black in the corporate world, bruh. I think that's the problem that people don't understand. You can still be yourself. You can't go into the corporate world and say type shit like, or be like, yeah, my nigga, like you can't be in the corporate world doing that. But you can still be yourself. Some people just completely detach themselves when they are amongst other people. I think that's what Drake is. Drake completely detaches who he is and he goes into character. This man got so many different characters. Insane.
Would think, right?
Million.
Yeah, exactly. So then, are we gonna start doing that? Put bounties up and fucking, hey, Kendrick, I got $2 million for you. Have to sit down with me and DJ Head. It's
He
just
won't
like,
do it.
that's what I'm saying. I don't think any of them can have a real interview. So let's take it outside the culture thing. I think what we loved about the clips and what we hate about this type of stuff
I
is
think
that
certain people have a price.
we want to hear real interviews with people, real interviews. And Drake, Kendrick, or Cole have no interest in doing a real interview. When
She talking type shit. Imagine, Bob, do you have the reports for the last quarter sales? Yeah, I got it. Type shit. Hell yeah. Right here in my cabinet. Type shit. Yeah. That shit ain't gonna work in corporate world. Professionally does not mean speak white. Professionally means using words. Not gonna, finna type shit. Using words. That's what speaking professionally means in corporate world for people that feel like they need the code switch. That's the problem. People think like, we're going corporate. Let's speak white. What the fuck does speaking white mean? What does that mean? To anybody, what does that mean, dog? It's insane. It's insane. You can hold conversations and still be yourself. Don't do what Drake does. Don't do it.
with anyone right now. But yeah, we're supposed to just take this as what it's going to be. It's going to be entertainment. It's just satire. That's what we watch all day. These kids on marathon streaming things and they're having dating contests and fucking, doing all types of fun entertainment shit. What we love.
Hold on, let me go back because I did miss that part.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think any of them can have a real interview. So let's take it outside the culture thing. I think what we loved about the clips and what we hate about this type of stuff is that
certain people have a price.
We want to hear real interviews with people, real interviews. And Drake, Kendrick, or Cole have no interest in doing a real interview.
Okay, so comments on that. Drake, Kendrick, J.Cole have no interest in doing a real interview. I think this is a very blank statement. How do we figure that? Maybe they're not ready to do one. And rightfully so, even in Drake's case. Like, if he feel like he's not ready, he's just not ready to answer the questions. I think the problem is that is Drake going to this type of platform? And Ty said Kendrick did an interview with Ebro and Nadeska. Yes, he did, in the midst of everything. And I think... Jink Jade said, I want Verizon customer service to drop type shit when talking about my bill. You got them late charges type shit. You feel me? Shit, you pay them charges, my nigga. Maybe we could avoid that shit. You feel me? But yeah, I think saying that they don't want to do interviews, I think that's a little bit far. Finding the right platform is hard, right? Who do you speak to? What questions are going to be asked? Because I think the problem is a lot of these people that do these interviews, sometimes they would try to have these gotcha moments. Like, let's ask something super controversial so we can clip it. And I think that's what makes a lot of these artists weary of who they talk to and afraid to go to certain places because they don't want to be a part of that. So I think people kind of shy away from it. I don't think it's that they don't want to do interviews. I think they just shy away from the shit.
With anyone right now. But yeah, we're supposed to just take this as what it's going to be. It's going to be entertainment. It's just satire. That's what we watch all day. These kids on marathon streaming things and they're having dating contests and fucking, doing all types of fun entertainment shit. I grew up in the 70s. I guess it's just variety shows, right? That's what I grew up watching and shit like that. I don't expect it to be real journalism. So again, but it's also now, like it or love it, media. It's still media now. Mm-hmm. These are the outlets.
Pink said, we all code switch. That's natural and depends on your environment. Like, don't cuss around my elders, but using unnatural ass tones, slang, cursing when you don't, and only doing so around black people is weird and shady as fuck. True. I feel like we all know some people like that. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like we all know some people like that, man. I know this one dude, man, like, bro, it's only when he see me, he like, yeah, you know what? Never mind. Because he might be watching this shit and be like, that's how you feel? That's crazy. I don't know. All right, yeah, we're going to let that one go.
So we're on the same gang. Bobby is my peer.
How do you feel about that?
I don't like it at all.
It's a great quote.
Bobby's my peer.
Yeah, somebody clip that.
Memphis
I'm gonna just get. I want him on loop.
Bleak is my peer.
Loop it about 4 or 5 times. Bobby is my peer.
Bobby is my peer.
I want that.
She catching up with me on Drake interview. She got more than one. That's me. Like she catching up to me now with that. Rarely does anybody even have one Drake interview. She about to have her second. So now, you'll never touch my interviews too. I just want to get that off too. Remind all of you motherfuckers. You want to speculate? Oh my God, I wish he would talk to this one. Like, do it, nigga. Make a Drake. Because part of it is making an interview happen. You can't make shit happen. I make shit happen. I made Drake interviews happen. I made Jay-Z interviews happen. Make it happen.
Did B-Dot not have a say in that? Not say, but like
me and B-Dot makes things happen. Okay. Me and Rap Radar Pop, B-Dot help make we tag team. I think we led with B-Dot's relationship with Drake to make the Drake thing happen ultimately. Yeah, me and Drake, Rap Radar, again, the podcast, everyone to act like never existed and didn't make the greatest hip-hop interviews of all time. It was only a world of Joe Budden, Drink Chance, $1 million worth of game. There was never a Rap Radar that also moved the culture and shifted everything and still has the greatest hip-hop interviews of all time. And damn Skippy, you know who booked all those interviews? Elliot Wilson and Brian B. Miller. We don't got a motherfucking booker. We booked it with relationships we have and made things happen and pulled off these biggest things. So
I think I know people are saying that Elliott Wilson is jealous, but I think a lot of hip hop platforms feel a little slighted at the fact that he would make this like his first like appearance like this. You know what I mean? I think other people are slighted too. They feel like, yo, like, why wouldn't you consider somebody in the hip hop space? But I think Drake is just further proving that he just doesn't give a fuck about the people in the hip hop space. And it is what it is. Like, the man is telling y'all how he feels, and y'all got to accept it.
Go make your great Drake interview. I think it's impossible. Go get your great Jay-Z interview. I think it's impossible.
Do you think this is going to be like a super in-depth interview?
No.
I just hope it stays up on YouTube. That's what I hope.
You had a funny text when you're like, you were saying what you think she's gonna ask you. Like, so like, did Not Like Us hurt your feelings? Or
did Not Like Us like hurt your feelings? Did Not Like Us like hurt your feelings at all? Like,
I mean, shit. Look at that.
Y'all think what's her name again? Bobby Altima. Y'all think she gonna ask that question? Did the Kendrick diss hurt your feelings? I feel like if she does ask something like that, that's gonna be like the clip. Everybody's gonna watch it for that reason, and I feel like she probably would. Not gonna lie, I feel like she would probably ask a question like that because they know if they do that, that's gonna be the clip. Everybody's gonna talk about this specific part. Bobby what's the name? What's the name? I don't want to say at the loft. What? We gonna keep, all right, Bobby Altima. We gonna keep up with Bobby Altima. Bobby Altima is gonna be the clip. Bobby Altima asked Drake if he was hurt by Kendrick Lamar's diss. And Drake's answer, because they're in this like stupid ass setting where they're both being sarcastic and just dry as shit, he's gonna try to say some funny dry shit. Drake probably in the mirror right now practicing the answer he gonna give for that shit. Right now. So, I don't know, man. I feel like she would ask it because that's a clip for them. And at this point, I'm pretty sure that's what she wants. She wants to go viral. She wants the clip. And to be the first person to ask him something directly like that and he answers it, that's what they chasing for.
I mean, shit,
who is Kendrick Lamar?
I would say that's a safe bet.
That it hurt his feelings, or that she would ask something like that.
I wonder if you could bet on that on stake. Like
what is she gonna
you
ask
think? What would the odds be?
Yeah,
high.
That'd be crazy.
What did you?
Isha, that shit is not gonna be live. Hell no, they wouldn't do that to themselves. They would not do that to themselves.
What do you think of all of this?
Oh, I think it's all. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, you love it.
Yeah.
What do you love about it?
This is not off brand, in my humble opinion.
I mean, it's fair.
What would be off brand is an interview with like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be off brand, but guess what? People would actually watch that. People actually watch that because it gives you a platform that is not going to be people on a platform that's just going to be asking all the questions that are like easy for you and what you want to hear. I think it would be smart for Drake to do a offline, like a off-brand interview with somebody that nobody expects him to do an interview with. The fact that he's doing Bobby at the Loft, Bobby Alkaline Water, Bobby Athlon, whatever the fuck her name is just, that just says everything. It said, you said DJ Head is biased, so it would make for a good interview. I think DJ Head is biased in the sense that he's affiliated with Kendrick Lamar, but honestly, I think I trust DJ Head to give an actual like fair interview. Not gonna lie, I think I trust him to give a fair interview and just ask tough questions, but I could see him giving a fair interview. I don't see him giving an interview where he's just super critical on everything Drake and just super pro on everything Kendrick Lamar. I think he's been fair with the way that he talks about things. I mean, he said he didn't like Meet the Grams when it first came out. I think he would be fair. So I think people will want to watch that instead.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it.